There's something that I really hate myself for doing, and it's that I can't take criticisms from anybody, alright? If someone says anything remotely negative about me or something bad, and they say that I'm doing it wrong, I feel extremely offended, and I just get way too emotional. And that's not a good thing, right? Of course, your emotions are bound to, be let out at some point. And we're humans. We have emotions and we're gonna show them. But what's not great is to let them dictate the way you move and work and just go about your days in a negative way, especially. And I think the way my emotions have been dictating me is negative. I can't take any criticisms, even if they could be used for something good. If I could have built myself and I could have been better. And this especially goes for my mom. My mom, I think, has been, honestly, a little more annoying than usual. Or at least that's what I think, right? And she's been nagging me about every little thing, and I just get really pissed off about it. But there's something that I fail to consider a lot of the times when she says those things, is that she probably has the best interest for me. She's my mom, she loves me, and I know that. But I don't think that in the moment, and I just immediately go to, oh, I hate her, she does this, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just being kind of a stupid teenager, thinking that everything revolves around me, but that's not really the case, right? A lot of the times, you gotta stay humble, you gotta push that ego behind you. You can't let that get to your head, and you can't be so self-righteous that anything that you do, you think is right, even if it's a goddamn war crime, right? You can't constantly think every little thing you do is right. Other people may say things that are actually better for you, but you just don't believe it and you want it your way. Don't be too stubborn. I think if you can't accept this is really going to detriment you in your life. Everyone on this earth has different views and different perspectives. Sometimes you might agree, but most times you're going to disagree with other people. And that's something you have to come to terms with. Agree to disagree. We all have different lives that we live through, and so that goes the same for our views and perspectives, our opinions, and what we think is true and false. Other people at your school are going to believe other things, and you're going to believe certain things. Not everyone has the same exact thought process of you. If they do, great. But if they don't, that's not something you have to take extreme offense to, nor do you have to do anything about necessarily. And it's probably one of the things that I need to work on most, because I struggle to accept any opinion besides mine. It's probably something to do with my ego and my pride, because I think it's gotten a little too inflated and I can't control it all that much. So it's definitely one of the things that I have to work on. But hey, at least acknowledging it is a lot better, and it's probably the best first step to do that. So if you're in a similar case like me, where your ego is a little inflated and you just absolutely can't stay humble, well, I think the first step is to acknowledge it. But the second step is to start changing the way you think about things, right? You can't constantly think about yourself first, but instead, that was a horrible voice crack, but here's a better way. Think about the other person's perspective first, because then you'll see it from their view and then your view, and then you can start to see, oh, right, they were probably trying to say this, and you can judge them from their intention, and you don't judge it from what they actually say. And I think there's been a really good example of this, where initially I saw a comment on my YouTube shorts, and it was something about getting too much into people's business. And initially when I read that, I got kind of offended. I think I'll put up the comment somewhere up here, but it was saying stop making videos and get out of people's businesses. It was on a YouTube short, and I took that pretty offensively and personally initially after reading it. But after thinking about it a little bit and thinking, yeah, they might be right. Because after rewatching the video, I did see that it came off a little too strongly and I could have worded things better. And that's something I could have worked on. Here's another perspective and belief that you should take and you should honestly have. Is that negative criticisms are probably better than positive things. I'd much rather have a comment section filled with negative things, that my videos are bad, you could do this, my videos could do etc., rather than only have positive comments. Because with the negative comments, I at least have somewhere to build off of. I have something to step on, and I know where to go next. They're giving me ideas on how to be better. You shouldn't complain about opportunities to grow stronger and grow better. That's just kind of stupid in my opinion. So that might be a really good perspective change to some of you. But I wanted to say this a little earlier in this video, but this video is just going to be really uncut, unedited. I just want to keep this relatively raw because I don't want anything to be lost due to editing or anything. I just want you guys to get the main message of this video, which is to stay humble and accept that people have different perspectives and use criticisms to your advantage. You shouldn't get too offended and you should leave your ego behind you. Stay humble and consider what people are actually saying to you, alright? But besides that, that's going to be about it for this video. So to anyone who's watched to the end, I really do appreciate it. I didn't put all that much effort into this video because as I said, I wanted to keep it unedited, whatever, uncut, not touched. But I'm struggling to find words here. It's kind of late. I can't think, I'm not a night person. I cannot think at night. But yeah, if you like this sort of content and you haven't subscribed yet, please do consider subscribing. But I'm just gonna end it here, alright? Stay consistent, keep on being disciplined, and keep on doing the things that need to be done. Alright? Stay humble too. Just give me a kiss. Mwah.